my Taurus babies. This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope you guys are having a good week. I don't know what kind of week I'm having. I have not figured it out yet, and it's Wednesday. And I still don't know. This is your weekend update, Taurus. We're going to go Thursday through Sunday. So tomorrow is the 13th. Friday is the 14th. Saturday is the 15th. And Sunday is the 16th, which is also Father's Day. I feel like some of you are getting ready to get in a hoorah and go traveling, see some folk. So I'm going to do something different. I've done this in live readings, and it resonates pretty well. So I know if I can do it with 9 cards, I can certainly do it with 4. I'm going to do the Psychic Oracle cards. Check below to see who is the creator of, this is John Holland's deck, but his information is below, and where I got the cards is there. I'm going to lay down 4 of these Psychic Oracle cards, and then I'm going to lay down 4 of the Chanel Bayless Trust Your Vibes. Or, I'm sorry, Simply Deep Tarot. I'm sorry. So, John Holland's Oracle Psychic deck and Chanel Bayless's Simply Deep Tarot deck, my usual tarot. I'm going to do 4, and then I'm going to overlay 4 cards on top of these, and I'm going to see what we come up with. I'll use the other deck, the Simply Deep Tarot or Oracle cards for overall energy. I'm just curious to see. There's a lot of shit going on. I don't care what nobody says. If the energy is all fucked up, people doing strange, crazy ass shit. I don't know. It's fucked up, and I'm just trying to figure out where my place is right now, because the energy is just all over the doggone place. Let's shuffle these one more time. So this will be your overall energy towards this for the weekend. I have a feeling a lot of you are going to have some big changes, or you're going to have the start of some big changes. So you've been hearing about it all year long. Now, rubber is actually getting ready to meet the road. Some of you are traveling. Some of you are getting ready to start some new endeavors, both business and educational. Others of you are getting ready to jump off into relationships if you haven't already. So let's see what we got. Overall energy. Meditate and exercise your vibe. So this is definitely those of you that watch the weekly reading. I know we talked about trusting your instincts and trusting your gut when you're making decisions, and more a heart over mind thing than a mind over heart. So let's see what we got for Thursday. Sitting here talking about it. The hell, intuition. Damn it. Authority for Friday. Harmony. I'll be damned. For Saturday. And passion ignited for Sunday. Oh, Jesus. Okay. But I want you to understand, because this message is loud as hell. First card for tomorrow, the number 2. Friday's card, the number 4. Saturday's card, the number 6. Somebody need to go play the lottery. 2, 4, 6. And if you just want to know what the 4th one is, it's 1. So, wow. All right, Taurus. All right. I don't know what y'all doing or what you into, but damn it. All right, let's do this. So for tomorrow, you got intuition and the 6 of Cups. For Friday, you have authority and the 7 of Cups. For Saturday, you have the Princess of Wands. for Sunday, we got the Princess of Swords. That's interesting. If we're just looking at the bottom of the deck, the 8 of coin. Alright, so tomorrow. This is not bad, even with the Princess of Swords here, because she's more on the, it's not the physical pushy shit, it's the mental. And it feels like some of you are going to feel pushed emotionally and mentally. So hold on to that. But that's going to have something to do with igniting your passion. So let's just go back. So for tomorrow, Thursday, the 13th, underneath all of this, let me just back up and say, whatever heart over mind decision you're making, I can see all of you are thinking about your heart. And all of you are trying to make sure, because I think in a lot of situations for you, Taurus, the heart situation looks shaky. And for as emotional as some of us can be as bulls, most of us are very pragmatic and practical. And so y'all are probably going, well, I know how I feel about this person, but logically this don't make sense, because they, for whatever the reasons are, they don't match you financially. Is it not a person that you would usually talk to? Significant things that are different for you, Taurus. But the thing is, that's where we are, and that's the energy that we're in. And with Uranus in Taurus, it's all about doing it differently. If you try to hold on to the shit you've been doing, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. I've tried to do some shit that I've been doing damn near all my life, and it ain't working right now. So I'm just saying, I know other Tauruses, one in particular that I read for recently, was doing the same thing that she normally does when she's looking for a job. And she straight up called me in the middle of the day. I was at work. She's like, I don't know what's going on, but I've been doing this 20 years and I ain't nobody that I don't understand. And I told her to do just a couple different little things to her resume and to how she's approaching it. And I got an email this morning that she's getting some little dribs and drabs coming in for positions. But that said, it's about doing things differently. So particularly in your love relationship, and I feel like a lot of us are in a rut. The shit's changing so quickly, we don't know what the fuck to do. You know, shit, do what I normally do or do something different. If I do something different, am I going to fail or fuck it up? The issue is not to grade or judge yourself on some scale, whether you failed something or passed something. The issue is coming out of your comfort zone. That's really what all of this is about. Us trusting our intuition, I think most of us do it naturally, but now you need to have a focus on your intuition and how it's going to help you in the future. I'm just saying. So with the intuition card in the starting point for this reading, that's telling me that that energy is going to probably carry you through the whole weekend. And it just, I know I said this for the weekly reading, shit coming quick, fast, and in a hurry. And you're going to have to make decisions, whatever they are, but you're going to have to base them off of your intuition. So just know that going into this, and you just your first instinct. Whatever, and sometimes you have to think, what was my first reaction? Because that second one can come so fast. First reaction is, oh, and your second reaction is like, oh, well, okay, you know, you got a minute to reason a little bit of whatever it is. Here, you're not going to get that second minute to reason. You're going to have to, yes or no. It's going to be just like that. I've had a couple of you inbox me and tell me that's exactly what the hell is going on. So be mindful of that. Tomorrow, past relationships, I know this came up before. Some of us have folks reaching out to us from past relationships. All I'm going to say about this is that it's sitting on top of the intuition card. So go with your intuition. You are going to have to let go a lot of shit. If you're going to base this on, well, you know, last time we was together, you tried to cheat on me. If you're going to try and go on that, and not at least open up enough to see if this person has changed. And if y'all just broke up 10 days ago, okay, you probably not much change there. But if this is something that's kind of been going on for a minute, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, and it's been a back and forth kind of ping pong match where y'all kind of together, but you're not really together. And for those of you that this is resonating with, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Go with your intuition, because I'm clearly hearing a lot of you, whoever this is that you're dealing with, you love them. And despite all the quirky, cracked up shit they do, you still love them. And when you can love somebody despite their flaws, that's real shit. That's real shit. Of course, if you're in love with somebody that wants to knock your head into the wall, y'all know what I'm getting ready to say, so I gotta say it. That ain't cool. You're not supposed to be physically abused or verbally abused. But if you're just dealing with somebody that you know at one point was confused and didn't really know what they wanted to do, and y'all kept going back and forth and back and forth, this is that heart over head decision that you need to make. And this is, like I said, somebody coming back from the past, reaching out to you. Think about it. Trust your intuition on Friday. Because they're not ready for prime time card. All this shit going on, but that is not the issue. The issue here are the options that you have. Options. A lot of you have more than one. Some of you got 5 or 6. It's time to start narrowing those options down and becoming the authority in your life, in your own life, so you can make that kind of decision. As far as your options are concerned, yes, follow your intuition, but I think if you're dealing with newer people and not so much past energy, you may just want to look at all of your options before you make any kind of heart over head or head over heart decision, however that's going to resonate. The heart over head decision is really coming from, it feels like, more out of things that have kind of been going on or something that's gone on in the past. This is just your options. And you know, some of them cups got assholes in them. Let's just keep it real. So you're going to have to kind of become the authority on what is it that you want. What is it in your life that you're trying to manifest? Are you just trying to just hit it and quit it? And that's cool if that's what you're trying to do, but you need to get honest about it and become the authority on what it is that you want in your life. Nobody else can tell you what you need or what you want in your life. You're the only person that can guide your ship, period. Nobody else can get it at the head of that ship and steer it anywhere unless you give them that power. So you have to become the authority in your life, Taurus, and determine where the boundaries are, what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept, dealing with these options. And for some of you, this may not even be love related. This might be about choosing which classes to take. This may also be about having more than one offer on the table for a job. Some of you may be contracting. Look at your options. Again, this is less about the heart over mind or heart over head decision. This is more about realizing what your options are, setting up the right boundaries, and picking your own shit. Hello. That's what that's about. For Saturday, some of you, like I said, trying to travel. In that, if you are traveling to meet a love interest over the weekend, there's going to be some harmony there. Others of you, it's Father's Day weekend. You may just be traveling, but understand there's harmony there. And even though this is romantic, if you're not romantically involved, there's still harmony. So when things get a little stressful on Saturday, as I'm kind of sure they might, just try to keep it harmonious. Just try to keep it harmonious. Those of you that are traveling, just try to keep it on the down low. Just be cool. There's nothing so serious going on. The real issue, though, is having harmony. And whether it's your love relationship or dealing with your family members, even those of you dealing with your dads, you got issues with your dads or your moms even, but this is Father's Day weekend, but however is resonating, Bring some harmony to the table, Taurus. That's really what you're trying to do. Bring some harmony to the table. For Sunday, the bottom is a passion ignited. The issue with this crazy ass card, it's a sword card, it's air. So this is mental shit. And some of you may, when you make a decision and decide what you're going to do, however that's resonating with you, some of you may encounter some mental conflict, which I think is probably natural, because if you're choosing between a set of things or a group of people or two people or two cars or two houses or five houses or whatever, however it's resonating with you, there's a moment, and for some of us that moment is longer than others, where when you make your decision and say, okay, I'm going to go with the Ford Focus. I'm just using that as an example. But you're leaving a Honda. You didn't choose the Honda. And there's a moment in there where you're like, what the fuck, I should have got the Honda. I knew I should have got the Honda. This is that conflict. This is that mind fucking, and it can also, that energy itself can also make you kind of careless. And sometimes you just overthink something and it comes out of your mouth. Watch that. Just watch that. That's all they're saying. Just be careful and be mindful. There's going to be some mental conflict to go along with this. And while it's not directly talking about anybody's personal relationship, it's just a mental conflict. So it's going to be between two things probably. And more than likely for a lot of you, it'll probably be between two people. And when you make the decision to go with whomever, you're going to have that moment of, I shouldn't have done that. So be mindful of your choices and your decisions as you're making them. And once you make it, don't try to stay in this energy. Just accept it, fuck, I didn't choose a Honda, I chose Ford, and move on. And don't dwell in any kind of negative, because that's not going to do anything but begin to attract negative things to you. Exercise your vibes. That's the whole thing. Trust your gut. Go with your instinct. Some decisions you may need to look at the practical application of whatever or whoever and start weeding out people or things that way, but you still need to put your heart in it. You really do. So trust your instincts, trust your gut, use your intuition, and do the best you can. And if the universe knows you're trying to put forth effort, it won't do anything to help you. I'm just telling you. At the end of all of it, if you need to take a moment this weekend and sit down and become the guru and meditate and stare out the window and check out your belly button, do it. There's nothing wrong with taking a moment to yourself, a half hour, 20 minutes, whatever it is, and just step back. You don't have to do the Shiva Hiva pose and sit with your legs crossed and have your head on the wall, none of that. You can just take a moment to reflect in the same way that as an earth sign, you get grounded. You go outside, you look around. You may put your back up against the tree. You may sit on the ground. You may pick through leaves. Whatever your thing is, that's meditating as well. Because your focus is no longer on the chatter in your head. You are present and in the moment and still. I'm just saying. So you don't have to do nothing special. You don't have to go buy 50 candles and burn down the house and do no crazy shit. Just take a moment to reflect, to quiet your mind, and think about the things that you want. I'm just saying, I want to pull a couple cards for advice. So I pulled up all these oracle cards. I'm just kind of curious to see what the universe has got to say for us as far as advice is concerned for the weekend. You got support, and you may need to take a moment and step back. You got support. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, I know it's the 3 of Wands and but it's the bigger issue is that you've got support and this is a passion card. This is a fire card. So as long as you've got support and know that you have some support in whatever your decision is, that should go a long way in helping you make the decision. And that's what the universe is kicking back on that. Again, if you need to, you ain't got to do the hermit mode thing for 10 weeks to be in hermit mode. It may be a thing where you might need to take a half a day Sunday or a half a day on Saturday and just go and retreat and have some solitude. Maybe try to meditate. Hello. So you can get clear on any decisions that you make this weekend and have maybe a better understanding of how you want to move forward. It feels like a lot of you kind of already know what decision you're going to make, but once you make that decision, it's going to be kind of like, well, now what? So as you take a moment this weekend to just reflect and do the hermit thing and meditate and do all of that, think about what's your next, okay, so if it's a car that you got and you chose the Kia, okay, so what are you going to do? Are you going to use that vehicle to make money? Want to take a trip? Something different you want to do for your kids during the school year because you got a bigger vehicle? However it resonates with you. If it's between two houses, what do you want to do first? Do you want to work on the backyard? Do you want to work on the front yard? It's that kind of energy. If it's a person, and this is love related, you choose person A, something to think about. What are you going to do? Do you want to take a trip with that person? You want to take classes together? You're going to move in together? It's that kind of energy. Once you make that decision, what's your next step? And if you got a minute to meditate this weekend and think about that, it would go a long way in helping calm you and give you some clarity. Taurus, I'm going to leave the weekend reading right there. I hope everybody has a good weekend, a good end to the work week, and I will see y'all on Sunday. Talk to you soon.